Okay. Hey guys. So I turned off the comments, which I explained in the description. And I did that because I want to be able to get what I want to say out without being distracted with a whole bunch of nonsense. Um, and this is what's stemmed this video is that there's just like, so even with everything that has come to light about North Bay Animal Services, right? Even though they literally were just found to have been guilty of everything that they tried to say about here. Um, Everybody is still so blind, or either stupid, or maybe just I don't know, benefiting it from some way. Like maybe they are not. I mean, maybe they don't have to worry about issues when it comes to like animal related things, like or maybe they get free like treatment. I don't know what it is, but you can't be that dumb. You just can't. People can't be that dumb and that I guess allergic or whatever of the truth. I never once claimed that the situation, the setup was ideal. It wasn't. I worked really hard trying to get, we got a yard, gave all that information over to the town. Once the town of Windsor found that out, they went there and made sure that that wasn't going to fly. Um, just like a lot of things, like telling veterinarians not to give us vet care until they were done with their investigation, withholding $12,000 on the account that we put down on BCA Animal Hospital, and telling them not to touch the account until they were given the green light. Both shelters denying that they sent that anybody was sent there at their direction, meaning that an ACO did that on their own, then, which would then tie back to the sheriff's department. So whoever it is, that's all of these are reasons why I'm not taking a plea deal. I'm taking this to trial. I want to go to trial because I want to be able to have everything come out. When I first had my run-in with North Bay Animal Services, they gave me my dogs back. If Mark was so concerned, why did he give me the dogs back? He gave me the dogs back, and I believe what he said to me was, "What do I need to do to make this go away?" Because I was going there with the police. I was calling our governor, everybody. Hey, what happens when some faulty stuff is going on? My board of supervisors isn't doing anything. I make complaints to them. They're not doing anything. Why? Because they're benefiting from it. They get to pocket all that money. North Bay Animal Services doesn't have any staff that has veterinary medical training. And you can go to the California Veterinary Medical Board and see for yourself. Go there and verify a license. Go ahead. Um, I'm not a veterinarian. I'm not claimed to be. I've taken 4 semesters of the vet tech course at the JC, and I realized like this is a lot of work. I can't, and I don't have the stomach to do any like operation. I wouldn't be able to do that. So I took the last semester that we just ended and was like, thank you for the knowledge, but it's really hard. I take my hat off to my fellow classmates, and now I'm back doing what I love, which is legal studies. I never once, that kind of takes me to what I was going to say, is that I never once claimed to have all the answers. I didn't know how to run a rescue. All that I knew was that North Bay Animal Services was doing some faulty stuff. Nobody was listening, and animals were dying. And they had my dogs at the time. Luckily, I had got my dogs back. The criminal charges that I'm facing, those dogs, why I'm jumping all over the place. I'm really pumped up, for one, and for two, it's a lot, and I'm trying to get this done because I got other things to do, like go to bed. Hopefully this will help me wind down. So the dogs that I got back from them ended up getting ran over in September of 2024. While I was in the process of relocating them, we were leaving Windsor and walking down Overwood Highway. I didn't have a vehicle. Again, minimal resources, still putting in everything that I had, everything that was me, everything. And I don't regret it because the dogs are worth it. 2 of the dogs ended up getting into a scuffle on the highway. One of the leashes broke off. He takes off down the road. Yada, yada, yada. So Windsor Police Department responded allegedly to a call because I'm like trying to get the dog. I'm like yelling at cars like, hey, don't hit the dog, trying to get them all settled in. So they went there, detained me, right? Then proceeded to leave twice during my detention, which was like, I want to say maybe 45 minutes to an hour. Because allegedly they were waiting on North Animal Services to come and give me a slip leash. So he leaves, drives off, it's gone for a minute, comes back. A couple minutes later, he does the same thing. And at that time, I didn't know what that was about. Later, come to find out that my dogs were hit and left on the side of the road, and a witness left a statement with CHP, as well as submitted one to the animal shelter, because they saw the sheriff's car hit my dog and then reverse back twice. According to Windsor Police Department, there are no calls for service or anything animal related. They said if I wanted to get the GPS location on the vehicles from that night, that I would have to have a subpoena. They weren't going to give it away because it would harm the public's whatever that code that they try to hide under. How? I don't know. But I didn't forget that, and best believe that's something that I'm still demanding when this trial hits. So then I call in because apparently I thought that we were waiting for Mark Scott anyway. He never showed. So I said, you know what, forget it. I will go and I will get them situated myself. I'm not, it was already a long time me just sitting there. Like, I needed to, at this point, I wanted to go find my dogs. I didn't know that they were dead yet. So I said, I need to go find them. I don't need your help, whatever. The officer's comment was, are you going to finally admit that you can't handle all those dogs? Anyway. When I found out that my dogs were dead, when I saw them a few yards away, outside the Spokes Ranch, I broke. CHP and the fire department ended up coming because a witness called them. And I called Mark. And I told him, I left him a message letting him know that the dogs were hit. He never got back to me. I had to keep calling. I called both shelters. Both shelters told me that it wasn't, that they didn't know whose jurisdiction it was. It was right there, Spokes Ranch, Old Redwood Highway, between Windsor and Wickiup, which I would think is the county shelter. But either way, both those shelters told me that they didn't know who it was and that I had to discard the bodies. I told them I didn't have a vehicle. So, I went and I was trying to get a ride. I didn't have a vehicle. And at that time I couldn't leave the other dogs and to go and get, it was just, I wasn't able to do it. And I thought that's what one of the services that they provided are. So that's what the criminal abuse and abandonment that they're charging, that they're trying to charge me with. Again, when trial comes up, all this will be able to come up. And luckily, I get kind of like torn between whether certain things I should say or not say. I have to tell the other side what you have up, in your corner regardless. So I'm just going to say it. So luckily, thankfully, the witness has been in contact and is willing to go to trial with us. And so for that, I'm truly grateful. And if you're watching this video or you see this video, I just want to say thank you because I can't even tell you how much that means to me. Anyways, moving on. So with that, I don't even know. I just lost my freaking. Sorry, that was just a pretty deep. So going back to what I was talking about now. No, the situation was not ideal. It wasn't. I tried to get a better location. I'm not in getting all the grants. I'm not applying for them. I didn't have a grant. We still don't have a grant writer. I wasn't worried about it. I wasn't registered with the Department of Justice yet because you have to do that 30 days after you get a grant. I didn't apply for any grants yet because that wasn't what was important. What was important is that dogs are dying literally 10, 20, 30 dogs a day. And maybe not in this county, but what difference does it make? It's still in the state of California. It's still within the surrounding area. And I can't do that. It hurts and bothers me to know that dogs are dying. Innocent, healthy animals are being put down for a lack of space. So you know what? If they are temporarily somewhere, like for instance here, while I find them placements, and then placements come up and they're like, hey, foster them, but I work during the day. Okay, great. Let's watch them for you so that way you can go to work, make it as less impeding of your life as possible. And we'll help, That's what the situation was. Nobody bothered asking about that. The owners and the fosters of the dogs that were here, that were taken, have been in contact with the shelter, been demanding that they have their dogs returned to them, have had freaking records given to them, their freaking microchips that have been switched over, all that. North Bay Animal Services hasn't even scanned the microchips. Okay? And if they have, then they're not following the law in reporting that they have those microchips. Why is it that North Bay Animal Services is only concerned about the puppies? Where is everybody else? And why haven't you tried to find placements for them? What I'm not saying that there wasn't room for improvement. There was. I've been asking for a long time to the public to come and help, to step up and foster. Anybody that had any know-how to come and share that with us. And it wasn't about taking someone's secrets or monopoly. I don't give a damn about monopolizing. I don't want to be on the top of the pillar. That's not what I want. What I want to do is I want to save lives. And I'm not going to sit there and roll over or turn a blind eye to wrongdoing because it serves me a purpose. You could take your money and shove it up where the sun don't shine. Because I will recycle and I will go hungry and I will do whatever it takes to make sure that those dogs are taken care of. And I did. And you know what? The garage, they didn't live in the garage. They were out here during the daytime when we were all out here. And then some would go to their respective placements and the others would come in with me. So, and dogs that were returned, what else am I supposed to do? If someone takes a dog and then says, oh, something changed on, because that's never happened, right? That's never happened, right? Do I just say, oh, well, tough luck, tough titty, said the kitty? No. Why? Because when I took on those dogs, that's a promise that I made, and that's a responsibility that I took on to make sure that they had somebody there for them for the rest of their life. And if you can't understand that, then I don't even know what you're doing even watching this video or even having an opinion. And I'll say whatever I want to say about North Bay Animal Services because you know what? The only reason why North Bay Animal Services came after me was for a distraction and to try to freaking earn enough freaking public appreciation because they knew what was coming because it's been coming for a long time. I tell you guys in every video, go back and watch my videos. How many years ago did I tell you to check out the Petaluma Army of Kindness? But I bet you didn't. There are a lot of records on that blog that I submitted myself or had somebody else submit. All the public records in the town of Windsor's public records is either from me or a member of my team because we want everything to be transparent. We want everything to be out there. If you can't see it for what it is, oh, gee, they have another outbreak of Giardia. The dogs that they took from me didn't go to the vet for 10 days plus. It's highly contagious, highly contractable. Everybody involved is all connected. The county pound, the freaking North Bay Animal Services, the town of Windsor, it's all interconnected. So tell me one veterinarian that was from a completely unrelated organization that came in and gave the same findings. They won't, but I can tell you a handful of them will tell you the opposite because they're the ones that I took the dogs to. Did they bother checking in with their vets? No. I asked them at the post-seizure hearing meeting, did you call VCA West? Did you call UC Davis Training Hospital? Did you call VCA East? Did you call all kinds of freaking vets that I had to go around, all these different vets that I went around. And you know what? That brings me to Elise, Angelica, because I know your ass is going to have something to say. You didn't have anything to say until you didn't get money when you demanded the money. You had a 6-month period to where it was due, and I was getting that together for you. And what I said to you was that I didn't have money to pay you and feed the dogs. And clearly what was going to come first was feeding the dogs. For you to take that and twist it into some freaking spiteful story because you're mad that you didn't get paid off you illegally lending me your care credit that you had 6 months to pay off. If you had such a big concern, why did you foster bronze and then give them back to me? Why didn't you say something from the beginning? As a animal welfare professional, as somebody who's in the JC vet tech course, right? Because that's how we know each other, is you're the person that gives out the textbooks, and then you want to get involved in my personal life, and then now you want to sit there and twist it around. Why? Because you didn't get what you wanted when you wanted. I have a check waiting here for you. I'm not going to take it to you, and I'm not going to hunt you down. but you're wrong and you know it. But you know what? Coming from somebody that herself has to sit there and move her dogs around so that way your the owners of your park don't know that they're all there because you're not supposed to have them, and you have to put them here and put them there. You would think that you would not be so spiteful, but you know what? Do what you do. Be spiteful. I don't give a damn. The check is still here with your name on it. Whenever you're ready to pick it up, you can pick it up. I don't even want to see you, but you know what? It's there. Or I can send it to the JC for you. Either way, because you got to get the textbooks from last semester anyway. So I don't know. Whatever you want to do, boo-boo. And with that, before I go and get a little too crazy, I'm going to end this and just get off of this. But you know what? If you have questions, ask. But don't sit there. And now that the exact same thing is happening, don't be quick to judge. Ask questions. Go, Mandy Storms, go shove it up your ass.